Hi, Pete.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to your practice today. I'm Dee, this is Pete, and we'll be taking through an hour flow. So, Vinyasa, let's get into it. We'll start in child's pose, Balasana. Come onto your knees. Big toes together towards the back of the mat. Take the knees to the outside edge of your mat. If you can, hips to heels. If not, you can keep your hips lifted. Forward into the floor, arms reaching out in front, and straight away, Ujjayi breath. In through the nose, out through the nose, slight restriction in the back of the throat. Let's start this practice this morning by asking ourselves a really confronting kind of question. How honest am I to myself? We know through the practice of yoga or through the tradition of yoga that everything starts and ends with the self. If we judge ourselves, we judge others. If we criticize ourselves, we criticize others. If we lie to ourselves, we are lying to others. In my classes over the last week or so, I've been talking about, this great practice, this great path requires a lot of dedicated effort, and with that comes a lot of courage and requires a lot of honesty. It is the second fundamental teaching of this path of yoga. First being non-violence, non-harming, ahimsa. Second, Satya, honesty. So again, ask yourself, how honest am I to myself? We're going to dig deep, because that's the key to this practice. Diving deep. You've got 3 more breaths here. I'm going to come straight into a lunge. So come up onto all fours and bring your right foot forward towards the right side, outside edge of your mat. Keep the left knee on the floor and just lean into this lunge as much as you can. Let the knee fall open, do whatever you need to do. You can even sort of circle that front knee, or you can sort of circle both hips. You can even just sink in a bit of stillness into the lunge stretch. Satya. Sat means that which exists, or that which is. And it also comes to mean pure essence. And so what that translates to, Satya, means seeing and communicating things as they actually are in their pure essence, not as we wish them to be, or not as we see them through our conditioned mind. Let's take this into a twist. Right hand to the sky, kick the back knee on the floor. Do what you need to do, just open up, take in a breath, and then swap it over to the other side. So come through all fours, keep the back knee on the floor. You can cushion the back knee off with towels, blankets, whatever you need. Swing the left leg around, left foot towards the left side, front of the mat. And again, sink into the lunge. And just kind of move organically, naturally. Really start to listen to your body. And really start to be honest with yourself. Because Satya, it's a practice of truthfulness and integrity. You know, we all, as part of human nature, exaggerate or tell little white lies in an effort, you know, quite often it's a pure effort, maybe to not hurt someone's feelings. But again, I've been talking in my classes of late about the law of karma, cause and effect. And what those little white lies do, the sages tell us, is that they disconnect us from our higher self. And our minds become confused. And eventually we can't even trust ourselves. Take a twist. One more breath in. Downward facing dog on your breath out. So you can come through all fours, tuck your toes. Send your sit bones to the sky, pedal your heels, get the stretch through the back of the legs, making sure core is on, 2 central bandhas through the midsection of your spine, pelvic floor, pit of the belly. Slight tuck of the chin is also useful, and so is gripping them out with your fingertips, especially because you've got weight in your hands. Now work on extending the sit bones to the sky, creating a straight line through your spine. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. This is where we really have to be honest with ourselves, honest with what our bodies need, not exaggerating, not telling little white lies. Clarity is what yoga offers us, purity. Those little white lies that we tell ourselves, I can't go deeper. No, it's I don't want to go deeper. Or, you know, modifications, I don't need to modify. No, I don't want to modify. It confuses the mind, and so this moving meditation is about clarity, about purifying, about seeing clearly the pure essence of the situation, the scenario, whatever it is. Ragdoll, walk your feet up towards the front of the mat. Take your feet out at least hip width. I prefer wider. Bend your knees a lot, hang over your legs. A little sway, a little bob. Shoulder stretch if you please. Awesome, you've got 3 more breaths here. Bandhas on. Honesty, truthfulness, Satya. Pure essence, so we can see this moment as it is, not as we are. Exhale this breath out. Come into a halfway lift, toe, heel the feet in. Forward fold, empty the breath. Bend your knees. Take it slowly, roll yourself up. Once your head comes up, take a big breath in, reach up. Hands to heart, close your eyes. Our vibration of Om is very cleansing. So let's connect. Deep breath in. I encourage you for the entirety of this practice, ask yourself the question, in this moment, am I being truthful to myself? Look up, reach up, take a deep breath in, forward fold, breath out. Halfway lift, lengthen out through the spine. I'm going to come back into that lunge, left leg goes back, low lunge. Keep the back knee lifted this time. Sink down through the hips. Take a breath in. Downward facing dog, breath out. Right leg to the sky. Inhale.
Bend the knee and peel the hip space open as you exhale. Stay, fill up, stretch. Again, stay as you empty. You've got one more breath in. High plank on your breath out. Bring that foot to the floor. Shift your weight forward so you're stacking wrists, elbows, shoulders. Push the floor away, hug your thumbs in, grip the mat with the fingertips. Heels back, head forward. The center of your body is lifted, engaged. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Come forward, shift your weight, inhale. Lower all the way down to your belly, exhale. 2 cobras, loop the shoulders, lift. Breath in. Release back down, breath out. You've got one more. Inhale, downward facing dog, exhale. We know that actions start from words and words start from thoughts. And so thought, it starts, our truthfulness, that's where it starts, being truthful in thought, then speech, then action. One more ragdoll. Walk your feet forward. Take your feet out wide, bend your knees, hang just for 3 breaths. Coming to a halfway lift, lengthen out, toe heel the feet in. Forward, forward, exhale the breath out. Again, take it slowly, roll yourself up to standing. Make sure you're lifting up through the pit of the belly. Once the head reaches the top end, and reach the arms up. Big breath in. Through center to the floor, take your hands, bend your knees. Halfway lift, lengthen out. Right leg, step it back, low lunge. Sink, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Bend the knee, peel the hip space open as you exhale. Now stay here. Full deep breath in. Long out. You've got another breath in, scissor wider. Bring the foot through, low lunge. No, high push-up. That's where we're going. Yeah. Thank you. Push the floor away, hug the thumbs, grip the mat. Take a breath in, shift forward, lie down. Just for 1 cobra this round. Loop, inhale, lift. Downward facing dog, send the sit bones to the sky. Now stay here, close your eyes, and ask yourself again, how truthful am I to myself? Use this practice to get clear. You've heard me, hopefully through the week and the last couple of weeks maybe say, like, our best teachers are the ones that challenge us the most. That question, am I truthful? How truthful am I to myself? Is a challenging question. Let's flow, Sane, look forward, float, front of the mat. Big toes come together, halfway lift, fill up. Fold back down, empty. Reach up, Tadasana. Long, deep, full breath in. Bow down with a longer out breath. Halfway lift, lengthen. Left leg, step it back, low lunge. Sink through the hips, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Right leg to the sky, inhale. Peel open, exhale. Scissor wider, in. Place a foot, high plank, out. Breathe in, shift the weight forward. Low plank if you're ready. Upward facing dog, fill up. Downward facing dog, empty. If you're modifying, stay with the knees on the floor and cobras, breathe. Look forward, walk, step or float, front of the mat. Half lift, length, bow down. 1 breath, reach up, Tadasana, fill. Really, really long out breath to fold. Halfway lift, lengthen out. Right leg goes back, low lunge. Sink, breathe in. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, breathe out, down dog. Take the left leg up, Ekapada. Inhale, bend and peel open as you exhale. Stay, breathe in, separate the legs wider. Place the foot, breathe out, high plank. Shift your weight forward, in, low chaturanga, out. Up dog, Urdhva Mukha. Down dog, Adho Mukha. 3 breaths. Am I being truthful in my practice to myself? Modifying when I need to, rather than want to. Intensifying as I know I can. Look forward, walk, step or float, front of the mat. 1 more round. Halfway lift, find some length. Bow back down. Reach up, Tadasana, fill. Forward fold, Uttanasana, empty. Urdhva Mukha, lengthen. Left leg, step it back, lunge. Sink, breathe. Downward facing dog, empty. Right leg to the sky, in. Peel open, out. Stay, big breath in. Place the foot, high plank as you breathe out. Shift forward, inhale. Low plank, exhale. Up dog, fill. Down dog, empty. 1 breath. Exhale it out. Can you float forward? Halfway lift. Bow. Reach up, breath in. Fold down, breath out. Lengthen halfway. Left leg, step it back, low lunge. Sink, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Was I in the wrong leg?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go left leg to the sky. Inhale. Bend and peel open as you exhale. Stay, fill up, scissor wider. Place the foot, high plank. Big breath in. Shift forward and down, breath out. Up dog, fill. Down dog, stay. Close your eyes. Ask again. One more breath. Right leg to the sky, inhale. Bring it through now, straight through to low lunge, exhale. We're gonna take that twist again. Back knee's gonna stay lifted off the floor though. So left hand to the floor, right hand to the sky. Feel free to open up through the chest a little bit more, reach the right hand back. This will sweep us into a pyramid. Straighten out through the right leg, drop the left heel, fold over. Last breath. Coming up into crescent lunge. So back heel comes back up off the floor. Sink down through the right leg, reach both hands to the sky. That happens on an inhale. We interlace the hands behind the back on the exhale. Stay in your crescent lunge. You're going to open up through the chest. You're going to gaze up as you squeeze the shoulders behind you on the breath in. Then you're going to drop the back heel and come into humble warrior on the breath out. So it's a little back extension into a deep shoulder stretch, staying low in those legs. One more breath. Sink down even more if you can. Back to that low lunge twist. Breath in. Downward facing dog, breath out. High plank, fill up. Low plank, empty. You can float feet if you want to intensify, up dog. Moving through back to your down dog. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Twist, breath in. Stay, maybe expand the twist on your breath out. Taking another inhale, folding into your pyramid as you exhale, stay. When the sages talk about, our little lies that we tell ourselves, the confusion it causes is because We have to look ourselves in the mirror every day. And we deep down, subconsciously know the truth. But then we tell ourselves these little lies, things we can and can't do, instead of want and need. And it can be as simple as, someone asking a favor and you not being able to say no. Deep down, you really don't want to do it, but you're not looking after your needs. Crescent lunge, back heel lifts, sink down through the legs, reach up. So you stay nice and low in the legs from that pyramid pose. You're just bending the left knee, bringing it directly over the ankle. Low legs reaching up, and then big wide circle reach around, interlace the hands behind your back. That happens on the out. It's a back extension, so if you can, chest bright, open up through, breathe in, and then drop the back heel so you've got a solid foundation to come into your humble warrior. Gain the humility from this humble warrior, the humility of truthfulness, of integrity. Breathe in, breathe out. Low lunge twist. So plug the right hand in, send the left hand to the sky, take a breath in, downward facing dog, breath out. Now you can skip your connecting vinyasa if you really need to, but only if you're being truthful to yourself. High plank, through low and up dog, meeting back in downward facing dog. Every aspect of this practice, every pose, transition, every breath, gives us an opportunity to dive deep, to ask the challenging questions, ask the confronting questions. Where am I telling myself these confusing lies? Where am I not being truthful? Because it starts with me. And if I can clarify this, if I can clear this up, then it clears everything else up in the big wide world. Let's flow, right leg to the sky, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Right hand, take it up, breath in. Pyramid, fold, breath out. We'll stay just for one breath. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Low in the legs, crescent lunge, fill up. Interlace the hands behind your back, empty out. Take a big breath in, open up through the chest. Drop the back heel, humble warrior, empty. Let's stay here, breathe in. Sink down a bit lower in that lunge, out. Low lunge, twist again, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. High plank, breathe in. Low plank, breathe out. Up dog, fill. Down dog, empty. Left leg in. Exhale through. Twist. Pyramid fold. Stay, full breath. Empty. Make sure you're low in the legs. Present, fill up. Interlace hands behind your back. Open up through the chest. Breath in. Drop the back heel, fold, humble, breath out. Stay in and out. Low lunge twist, unravel. Breath in. Downward facing dog, breath out. High plank, fill up. Low plank, empty. Upward facing in. Downward facing out. Right leg to the sky. Low lunge, empty. Twist, fill up. Pyramid, fold. Straight up now, crescent, fill. Interlace, empty. Extend the whole spine, look up, in. Humble, out. Twist, right hand up, in. Downward facing dog, out. High plank, fill. Low plank, empty. Up dog again, fill up. Down dog, exhale. Left leg, breathing. Low lunge, breathe out. Twist, fill up. Pyramid, fold. Crescent lunge, inhale. Interlace behind, exhale. Open up the chest, fill. Drop the heel, humble, exhale. Low lunge twist, fill up. Down dog, empty out. High plank in. Low plank out. Up dog, fill. Down dog, empty. Right leg, take it up, fill. Exhale through. Twist, in. Fold, pyramid, out. Crescent, inhale. Interlace, exhale. Sink down, so now you can really start to feel a hip flexor stretch on that left side. Humble, dive deeper into the lunge. Twist, inhale. Down dog, exhale. High plank, fill up. Low plank, empty. Awesome. Up dog in. Down dog out. Left leg to the sky, breathe in. Bring it through, breathe out. Twist, fill. Pyramid, exhale. Coming up, lowering the legs, fill. Interlace, hands behind. Back extension, right hip flexor stretch. Dive, humble. Twist, fill, inhale. Downward facing dog. From the center of your body, exhale. High plank, fill up. Low plank, exhale. Up dog in. Down dog out. One more right side, in. Bring it through, out. Open up, fill. Fold, empty. Coming up, in. Interlace, out. Open up, in. Dive, out. Twist, fill. Down dog, empty. High, in. Low, out. Up, fill. Down, empty. Left. Through. Open. Fold. Sink, but reach. Interlace. Lift up through the pit of the belly, open the spine. Dive. Twist. Down dog. High plank. Low plank. Upward facing. Downward facing. Right leg up, inhale. Bring it through, exhale. This time, place the back knee on the floor. Turn your right toes out. Let the right knee open. Right hand inside of right leg. Bend your elbows. See if you can start to bring your chest closer to the floor. Maybe you bring your left elbow to the floor. Maybe you can bring both elbows to the floor. Now you can stay here if this is enough for you. Otherwise, come up, back up onto your hands. Take the weight into your left hand. Right hand's gonna reach around and grab that left foot and then open up through the chest, and if you can, gaze up. So it's a twist, back extension, hip flexor, quad stretch. If you've got more range, come onto your left elbow, bring the heel closer to the glute, open up, 3, 2, downward facing dog. Straight over to the other side, left leg lifts. Low lunge, empty. Back heel drops, left toes turn out, knee falls open. Sink down, so hands to support first. Then you can start to kind of bend your elbows. Maybe right elbow comes to the floor. Maybe they both come to the floor. Maybe you just support your hands on the floor. Whatever you do, be truthful. Truthful in yourself of, are you struggling? Have you gone too far or not far enough? Are you holding back? Truth with self is, being really aware of what it is that you want out of this practice, out of life. Truth with others is knowing what you really need. Now you can stay here or come back up onto your hands. Right hand takes the weight, left hand reaches around, grabs onto that right foot. Draw the heel into the glute for the quad and hip flexor stretch. Open the chest for the twist, gaze up for the back extension for a very deep hip flexor stretch. You have the range onto elbow, keep rotating, keep extending, keep drawing the heel in. 3 deep breaths. 2. 1 more breath. Downward facing dog. You're going to jump your feet to the outside edge of your mat, Malasana, deep squat. Or just step it. You know, we were born, yoga teaches us that how we were born pure. Those are the white lies that we tell ourselves and the exaggerations that we tell others. It's learned behaviour and it becomes an automatic response. You just automatically tell these little white lies or these exaggerations. And it confuses our mind. Last breath here. Straight into Bakasana, crow pose. So yoga is about clarity. Grip the mat with your fingertips. Bend your elbows, knees come onto the back of the arms, rock your weight forward. Loop your shoulders, find that flight and hold it there for 3, for 2, half moon. Right side on the floor, left side flies. Open it out. Side plank, left side on the floor, right side to the sky. You can modify with the left knee on the floor if you need to. Push down, lift up, float the right leg, even if it's just an inch or 2. Crescent lunge. Bring the right foot, front of the mat, sweep it up to twist. Hands to heart, lean in, left elbow, right knee. Plug, rotate, extend first. Priority is extending the spine. And then the second priority is rotating the spine, stacking shoulders, gazing up if you can. Truthfulness starts with self, so ask the question again. How honest am I to myself? How truthful am I? Can I start to clean it up? 1 more breath. Standing splits. All the weight into that right leg. Left leg to the sky, fold over, go for the balance. 3, 2, half moon, other side. Left side down, right side flies. Open up. One more breath. Side plank, right side down, left side up. To modify, right knee on the floor. Find your Vastisthasana and then float the left leg to bring it around using your core, front of the mat, crescent, fill up. Hands to heart, leaning. Twist, right elbow, left knee, lengthen, rotate. One more breath. Standing splits, unravel. Weight goes into the left leg for the right leg to fly. Use that glute strength. Go for the balance, even if it's just a one hand behind, or maybe both. 3, 2, forward fold, separate your feet, hip width. Either pistol grip or gorilla, your choice. So peace fingers around the big toe or the whole hand slides in underneath, whichever one you want. Lengthen out, bow. Sat, that which is. pure essence, not as we see it through a conditioned mindset, not as we see it as we are. If we're in a bad mood, then everything around us just annoys the crap out of us, right? Not as we wish them to be. Those, what are they, that saying, rose-colored glasses? But as they actually are. One more breath. Release the hands out from underneath. So heel the feet in, coming to a halfway lift in. Fold back down, out. Tadasana, reach up. Big breath in. Hands to heart, set up your tree. Right leg, low, medium or high. Low, toes are on the floor. Medium, foot side of calf. High, foot to inner thigh. If you've got half Padmasana, then you can take that option. Support through that left leg. Lift up through the whole center of your body, coming all the way out through the crown of your head. And then take any arm variation you want. Dancers, same foot. So right foot, right hand, left hand to the sky. Kick back, open up. One more breath. Tree, other side. Stay focused, even while you transition. Every breath is an opportunity for clarity, for purification. When the mind wanders and gets distracted, we lose that clarity and purification. So we stay focused, even during transitions, even during wobbly times. Dancers, left hand, left foot. Set up the balance first, then kick back and lean forward. Breathe. And release. Reach up, Phil. Fold, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, fill up. High plank, step it back. Breathe in, come forward, lower down, 5, 4, 3, 2, belly to the floor, interlace your hands behind your back, snake. Savasana, loop the shoulders, lift up, find your flight. Big toes together behind you, see if you can lift your hands off your back, and then get as much height through your chest as you can. Slight gaze up, follow the tip of your nose, breathe in, release, breathe out. Pick a cheek, close your eyes. Locust, similar to that, but our hands stay not interlaced. Palms face the floor, core switches on, chin to the mat. On your inhale, lift everything up as high as you just did in your snake. And then go for even more height. 3. Yes. Lift it up a little bit higher. 2. And relax. Pick a cheek, close your eyes. One more. If you have bow in your practice, then reach around and grab your feet. If not, locust, or if you prefer, snake. Set it up, so snake, interlacing your hands, locust, hands on the floor, chin on the floor, bow, reach around, grab your feet. On the next inhale, lift everything up. And see if you can come up even higher than you did the first and the second time. And be really honest with yourself. No one can see you, you're at home. So you have to be truthful with yourself. Otherwise, You're doing yourself an injustice, no one else. So go there, lift up even higher. And then go higher still, only you know. One more breath in, release, pick a cheek, close your eyes. Coming to a bright up dog. So set your hands up, down by your floating ribs. Push the tops of your feet into the floor, loop your shoulders, and then push the floor away. Now see if you can bring your chest forward of your shoulder bones. Squeeze your rhomboids behind you, get your chest really bright. Look up, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Right leg to the sky, inhale. Bend the knee and peel the hip space open as you exhale. And then flip dog is optional. So you can either stay in your three-legged dog or you can flip it around, loop the left shoulder, use your leg strength to push down, reach up and over. Low lunge, flip back over, bring that right foot forward again, drop the back knee. Turn the right toes out, let the knee splay open. If you need to, you can cushion off that back knee. Lizard. So you can come all the way down now, both elbows onto the floor. Keep the back toes tucked if you can, because we are going to light this one up before we take it into a half pigeon. So sink down through the hips first so you get that stretch. Make sure your core stays on. Don't hang out here. Lift up through the pit of the belly. Now bring your right fingertips to the floor, front diagonal of your mat. Then bring your left fingertips to the floor, front diagonal of the mat. Keep your chest low, back toes tucked, and then on an inhale, lift the back knee and stay for 5. Low in your chest, 4, lizard, lazing in the sun, 3.
They're lazy.
2, and release. Nice. Toe heel that, or come out of a lunge first. Toe heel that right foot over to the left. Pete's gonna make his way onto his back. I'm going to take half pigeon. So the stock standard half pigeon, right knee, right side of the mat, right toes, left side of the mat. Back leg extends, hips square off, puff your chest, lie down. Don't worry how much height this hip is or has off the mat. Just lay down into it, keeping the hips square. If this option, you've got any knee or hip issues, take the back option, right ankle, left knee, hug the knee into your chest. When you get to your half pigeon, close your eyes. Our words start from our thoughts. And so we have to purify the mind first, purify the thoughts, gain clarity so then we can speak truth. If the mind's confused, so will our words be. And in the sutras, in Patanjali Sutras, he says that when we perfect Satya, we gain the magic power called siddhi, the yogic power of manifesting our speech. Everything we say comes true. Sages and the gurus teach us that, whenever we offer an opinion, we need to ask ourselves first, 1, is it true? Is it truth? Not through my conditioning, not through my perception, not through my ego blaming or criticizing or judging. Is it the truth? Pure essence truth. Is it necessary? Is it necessary for me to even say anything? Because remember, ahimsa, non-violence, non-harming, is our first fundamental teaching. And so is it necessary, or am I just doing it to hurt someone? And then is it useful? Me sharing an opinion or a truth, is it useful? And then finally, is it kind? Same goes with ourselves. Now, we are our own biggest critics. And I know I can look myself in the mirror and go, oh, you're fat. Or, oh, you know, I'm not liking something. It's not true. I'm not fat, not ugly. But the mind, or we can see that through our jaded perspective, and then the mind becomes confused. Yoga is teaching us to clear it up, to clean it up, to purify. We're going to meet back in our downward facing dog wherever you are. So unravel yourself out of it. Come back to your down dog. For your left leg to go to the sky. Bend the knee, peel the hip space open. You're staying here if you've got any shoulder issues with that right shoulder, or maybe you're finding a flip dog. Come up to Padasana. Pushing the legs into the floor, getting the back extension, opening up through the chest. Flipping back over to lizard lunge first. So left foot comes forward. Turn the toes out, let the knee fall open. Back knee on the floor, but keep your toes tucked. Now, sink down. We've already been here today, been into a few lunges, so sink down as deep as you can. Support yourself first before we come into the full pose, but keep the core lifted. So keep some activation, don't dump into it just at the moment, because it makes it harder to then reactivate to the full lizard lunge. So now, left fingertips, left diagonal, right fingertips, right diagonal. Strong, back toes tucked. On an inhale, lift the back knee, keep the chest lower and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Half pigeon. Come out of the lunge, toe heel that left foot over. You probably need to bring it closer to the right knee as well. Then drop the knee to the left, toes are on the right. Extend the back leg, puff your chest. Lie down, close your eyes, and ask yourself that challenging question yet again. How truthful am I to myself? How honest? Can I start to see with a more pure essence? See that which exists, that which is, that which actually is, not as I am. Last breath. Roll over onto that left hip. Swing the legs around. You're going to come to a kneeling position. Now Pete can't kneel, so So he's just going to work on his kneeling position. You're going to follow me. So option 1, which is the option Pete's going to take, he's going to come up to a high kneeling position and just work on the kneeling position of his right knee. For the rest of us, if you're like Pete and you've got knee issues, then feel free to just stay up here. Otherwise, you're going to start to sink your hips down towards the inside of your heels, so your feet are hip width apart. Now my calf muscles get in my way, so I lift up, move my calf muscles out my way, and then I can sit my bottom in between my heels. This is option 1, Virasana, where we just sit, close our eyes, hands on our laps. Option 2, you can lean forward, bring your hands behind, bring your forehead or your nose in between your knees, lean forward. Option 3, lean back. If you have that range, 1, you can lean back onto your hands. 2, you can lean back onto your elbows. 3, if you have the range, Supta Virasana, all the way back. You've got 5 breaths wherever you are. This will take us into our inversion. So if you're already on your back, then stay there. Just unravel yourself. Legs to the sky, Viparita Karani. Shoulder stand, Sarvangasana, or head stand, Sirsasana, your choice. A gentle inversion, legs to the sky. Support your hips with your hands. If you've got a bolster handy, or a rolled up towel works, or blanket or pillow, you can place under hips. Shoulder stand, where you're taking the weight of your waist into your hands and elbows, balls of the feet to the sky. And if you're a headstander, you know what to do. Is it true? Is it pure essence truth? Is it necessary? Is it useful? Is it kind? Plow when you're ready, if you're taking it over. Find the floor above your head with your toes. If your toes don't touch, don't worry, just let the legs hover. Satya, seeing and communicating things as they actually are, not as we wish them to be, or not as we see them in our own mindset, conditioned or coloured or even clouded, as they actually are. Eckhart Tolle talks about it a lot in his teachings, in his books. That quite often we see the world as we are. If we're, like I mentioned before, if we're in a bad mood, everything just seems grey and bleak. If you haven't already bent your knees, then bend your knees for Kanapidasana. And if you have and you're ready to come out of it, then roll out and come into your fish pose, Matsyasana, to balance it out. Bit of extra core, lower the legs down slowly. More core, keep the legs lifted for fish. Open up through your chest, gaze up and over, follow the tip of your nose, get the extension. Looping the shoulders underneath you, squeezing the shoulder blades together, activating rhomboids. Core is on. Squeeze the belly in, one more breath. Slowly coming out of it to happy baby. Hug the knees in, take them out wide, grab your feet or the front of your ankles or shins or even the back of your knees. With any given situation, any conversation, any person, any issue, the issue is not the person, the issue is not the situation or the conversation. The issue, even right now in the time that we find ourselves in lockdown, stage 4, state of disaster, this whole worldwide pandemic. The pandemic is not the issue. It's how I see it, how I respond to it, that makes it an issue. It's just something we've never experienced before. So it's new, it's different. Yes, it has its issues and whatnot, but it's more about the perception that I'm putting onto it. I'm reflecting. I'm going to take this into a twist. Doesn't matter which side, take your knees either side. And any shape you want to make with the legs as well. Arms long, gaze the opposite way. As I mentioned, our best teachers are the ones that challenge us the most. Our best teachers are the ones that give us a mirror so we can see ourselves more clear. And they're usually the ones that we reject. They're usually the ones that we push away or we blame, They're the ones that are going to teach us the most. They're the ones that are going to offer us the most purity, clarity, cleansing benefits. Take the twist to the other side. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but her name's Irene. She's an author and an editor, and she wrote an article about Satya, a practice of truthfulness. In her final paragraph, she wrote, "There is a great freedom in being able to be who we really are, rather than hiding behind a mask of what we think others expect us to be. It allows us to be more spontaneous, more in tune with our creative, intuitive side, and ultimately more open to explore the deepest truth of all, self-realization. As we remove the layers of our cultural condition, we expand our beliefs to allow new perspectives. And as we clear inner spaces, we catch more and more glimpses of our true self." Shavasana, for you to catch the glimpse of your true self, for you to lay in that perspective of clarity, of purity, pure essence. Enjoy. Deepen your breath. Move the body slowly. And then roll over, right side. Satya, a practice of truthfulness and integrity. Sat, that which exists or that which is. So seeing and communicating things as they actually are, not as we wish them to be. Seeing things in their purest form, their purest essence, and not from a clouded, coloured perspective. Help yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Keep your eyes closed down and bring your palms together at heart center. Just before we close with our connecting Om, ask yourself that question one more time. How truthful am I to myself? And then let's use the vibration of Om to purify that inner space. Take a breath in. Thumbs to third eye center, we bow our heads. My heart honours your heart. The place of truthfulness and integrity within me honours the same place within you. When we share that space, we are one. Together we say Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, Pete.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a brilliant day today. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.